Hello, friends, and welcome to, this isn't quite the Coming In for a Landing podcast, but since I haven't talked to you guys in a little bit, and, part of that is the holidays, so happy holidays to everyone, I just wanted to give some quick takeaways from this win over the Knicks, what I'm calling a nice professional win. I'll get to that at the end, but I'm going to start first with where kind of everything starts with the Sixers. Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons, I thought were dominant on Saturday night. Joel Embiid, offensively in the post with the team that he's surrounded with now, with the shooters he has. He even said at postgame he's feeling more comfortable and confident. Doc Rivers mentioned that as well, that you can really see that it's actually helping him in the post feel more comfortable and feeling like, maybe he can get better position. And if a team does, get a little over aggressive in double and triple teams, he's going to find shooters. He's going to find Seth Curry. He's going to find Danny Green. Ben Simmons, I thought defensively he was spectacular. RJ Barrett is probably going to see Ben Simmons running out and closeouts on him in his dreams tonight. It was just that dominant of a defensive performance by Ben Simmons. I think he missed his first 9 shots, only hit like 2 shots from the field the entire game, speaking of Barrett. And even on the offensive end, I thought Ben was good. I thought when there were opportunities and when the team maybe needed him to be a little bit more aggressive and a little bit more assertive, I thought he was. In a couple stages, when the offense maybe was a little stagnant, I thought he kind of, put the pressure on the Knicks defensively, and I think that opened things up. I think that helped the team around them. And speaking of which, the starting 5 in general, I thought was much better overall. You saw some hints of the ball movement and the pace that Doc Rivers wants. You saw a little bit of that, especially in the third quarter, I thought. There was the one possession which was spectacular, where Ben and Seth run a little dribble handoff. Ben starts going to the paint, finds Tobias underneath, and then Tobias kicks it out to Danny Green for a corner 3. A really nice possession. To me, the best possession the starting 5 has had so far this season. Tobias Harris is much better. I'm still a little bit, I still think there is still some hesitancy in his game that I don't like, but I think overall much better tonight. Defensively, after the rough first quarter, I thought he was much better in the second half. Danny Green, I think, is still getting his legs out from under him. I think you're still seeing that coming off the championship with the Lakers. Seth Curry, I thought, he was really good in the fourth quarter against the Wizards in the opener, and I think he carried that over into this one. You see the chemistry with him and Joel Embiid really developing, again, that two-man game and how much that can open things up. And I thought he played really well, and I think you're just really getting glimpses, just kind of scratching the surface of what that duo can be, and in general, what Seth Curry can bring as a shooter and what he can open up for the rest of the team. And then, I'm blown away by how good Dwight Howard's been through 2 games. The energy he's provided, how active he's been on the glass, defensively, everything. He's just looked like what we thought he was going to be, and then some. When you talk about the energy and the toughness, getting into it a little bit with Nerlens Noel tonight, and just the energy he provides that team and that bench unit. The way he screens and rolls so hard for these young guards coming off the bench, whether it's Shake Milton or Furkan Korkmaz or Tyrese Maxey, and it just makes everyone else's job so much easier. And look, I know that down the road there are going to be centers who are going to be more versatile, guys who can shoot and really stretch the floor. Maybe some teams are going to go small against the Sixers, against their bench when they put Dwight Howard in the game, and that might hurt him a little bit. But through 2 games, you have to be really impressed by what you've seen from Dwight Howard, especially a guy coming in on the veteran minimum, which was not the same case for their backup center last year. So I think he has been a huge shot in the arm for them. And then, again, I think, going back to what I said at the top, it was just a professional win. These are the games that the Sixers didn't win in the last couple of seasons, especially, we all know the road woes last year. We saw the road, this discrepancy of how dominant this team was at home, how bad they were on the road. For them to go to New York, first half of a back-to-back, it started off a little sluggish, but took care of business. It winds up being a blowout in the end. Really took it to the Knicks in the second half. I really liked what I saw in that regard. Cleveland is tomorrow night. This is another team that, has more pieces perhaps than the Knicks, but still isn't, is not a good team. It's a team they should beat, right? It's a team that the Sixers 100% should beat. It is on the road. It is a back-to-back. But again, it would be another nice professional win if they go into Cleveland and they win this game Sunday night. Come home 3-0, excuse me. And I think that would be huge. And so far, though, I think there are a lot of things to be encouraged by. We'll see if it carries over into the third game of the season, and we'll see if it continues from there. But for now, again, recapping a strong Sixers win in New York on Paul Hudrick. And please look out for the next Coming In for a Landing podcast, which will be dropping next week. See you guys.